Hi there guys, Darren Stevenson's back with another video. Sorry I didn't post anything on Monday. I should have did a deck profile for either, I guess, Jordan Gallagher who played the same list as me who got top 32, or Raf and Luke who played something similar to me from Complexity Card Gaming. But they already did a deck profile and I didn't want to waste anyone's time by doing like the exact same profile when you can get it on another channel, which you could probably find first anyway because it's a bigger channel. So I just decided to do like a discussion video instead to talk about like what exactly went down at YCS London. I played the Danger FTK. This is the list I played. It's pretty much spot on the same as Jordan Gallagher's list, similar to Rav and Luke's, as I said. Yeah, it was quite a shame that a deck like this has to exist in this format. But let me just talk about the positives first as to why I played this deck. It's insane. Like, the deck is like so stupid. It has like an amazing utility. Besides from it being able to FTK, the deck as itself is just like really powerful. It can push through back row. It can be just so, even going second, it's not like a die roll going first deck. It can just be so ignorant back row and stuff. Like I was playing a Sky Striker back row, all the guys back row, and just being completely ignorant of what they had. And then going first, of course, they're just completely ignorant of what they have as well. And like, it just doesn't care about hand traps. Not only can it can play through hand traps fairly comfortably, it also has out anti as its off, which makes it so it can just doesn't have to worry about hand traps because it just says no. If you have impermanence, you better hope it stops me. Otherwise, yeah. So the list I played was fairly standard. It's just a bunch of like dangers with the Dark World package. I didn't play that 60 card version that Christopher Nielsen played, where it's like, I think it's a one card FTK of Armageddon Night and stuff. I just wanted to play a 40 card list so it was more side deck friendly. I played two beginning of the end because I don't think that's the deck's win condition. It's just something that ridiculous that the deck can play. And if you draw too many spells in your opening hand, that means they're more likely to hit a danger in your opening hand because you have to set it. So that means if you open a spell, you have to set it, and then they have to get a 1 in 4 right, which isn't like completely out of the question. And if they get too many dangers correctly right, then you can be proper on the back foot and just ultimately lose the game, because it happened to me a couple of times. If they just get one danger right, then you just discarded a card out of your hand for no reason, and then when you try to trigger the next danger effect, not only are you a card behind, it also increases the chance of them hitting the danger again. There was one scenario, there was one situation where my opponent got like 7 right in a row, which was just crazy. But again, I'm just going to stick to the positives for now. I'm just going to compare this to the Pendulum FTK, like I played for a majority of like this year for my World's Race grind. So I have said in the past that I love FTKs that aren't like exclusively FTKs, but are decks that can just function like a regular deck but just have an auto win condition when they go first. I don't think that's necessarily healthy for the game, but I just think those decks in particular are just really fun to play for me because I want to win. If like they banned everything like tomorrow, I would be happy, don't like, trust me. But like, if there's a deck like that available, of course I'm going to play it. I'm not going to say no to the best deck. If the best deck says you win going first and you also win going second, but by just having a ridiculous engine, then of course I'm going to play it. Like, for example, the Dangers have such amazing utility in Bigfoot and Thunderbird being able to pop face-ups and pop set back row. And they also have effects where they summon themselves with the Snake and Jackalope, Chupacabra as well. And the fact that they can spam the board means they can link summon for days and use the Nightmares to like interact with your opponent and then just kill them. The deck is really good. But like, what's bad about this in comparison to Pendulum FTK? Well, at least with Pendulum FTK, you can like side for that, you know, you can side like hand traps. So as like turn play is concerned, the turn player is in control of how they play the Pendulum FTK. They can respect hand traps to try and FTK the opponent, or they can just go down a different route and play conservatively so they don't all lose to a hand trap like Ogre and Electromite or something. And then your opponent can also respect the Pendulum FTK by siding like multiple hand traps and stuff to try and blow them out. Whereas this deck is a bit different. For the turn player, It feels like you don't have to have a lot to go right. You just have to make sure a lot doesn't go wrong when you're playing this deck. Considering the nature of it, you obviously reveal a danger, shuffle your hand, and then your opponent picks one. Not only is that frustrating for me, if like I have to hope that my opponent doesn't win like a 1 in 5 or something ridiculous. Imagine being your opponent where you have to roll a dice while you watch yourself get FTK'd. This is one of the most obnoxious FTKs I've ever seen. At the very least, you can just sit there and watch yourself get FTK'd and then just scoop it up, you know? Whereas this one can take like an overwhelming amount of time to resolve the dangers, and then to have to get your opponent to roll a dice. Quite frankly, it just feels like they've just made like a circus clown out of FTKs, and it's quite embarrassing. I just wish the deck wasn't designed like that. Like, the dangers as themselves are just really cool cards, but the fact that they have that RNG element about them in this deck specifically is just so irritating. But this deck as a whole, like, what is the problem, you know? Like, why is this deck so bad for the game? So let's just name a few cards. Are the dangers bad for the game? I don't think so. The dangers are just really cool utility cards that all complement each other. You can play them like a big engine like Burning Abyss, and we're going to get more support as well to hopefully make the deck like a healthier, just good back and forth combo deck, where it doesn't rely on the FTK as a win condition. If in the future the FTK was to be like banned from organized play or something. I don't think the dangers are the problem. They're just good utility cards. Is Cannon Soldier the problem? It's annoying that it's there, but there's so many other burn cards that are there. I just don't think like decks should burn in general. Like, I just think like it's, especially with this time rule nonsense, you can just normal summon a Lycris and then suddenly time on the round, and then that's just Exodia, right? But like Cannon Soldier is like stupid, but I don't think it's the problem. Are draw cards the problem? Like Allure, Pot of Desires, and the Beginning of the End? Again, no. Like, why would you want to... I want my deck to be as consistent as possible. And if they ban all the draw cards, like they've already put Upstart the One and stuff, then you're just forced to play an inconsistent deck. Sure, it's, like, not... like, cards like Allure and Beginning of the End in this deck have been, like, thoroughly abused to just help dig. But, again, they're not the problem. They just help to make decks more consistent. And, like, if you just put those cards, like, to 1, sure, it makes it less consistent. But then people are still able to play the deck and just accept that the level of consistency has just been reduced. So Soul Charge, is that the problem? Again, it's a really stupid card. It's, like, ridiculous. Yeah, probably ban-worthy. But I don't necessarily think it's the problem. Like, it is a silly card in this deck, but ultimately, like, it's not the problem. It's just something that you can just draw into randomly to just make sure that you do FTK. And, like, it just comes in and out of formats where it's, like, ridiculous or it's not ridiculous. Like, you didn't play it at all during Magician format. It's like BLS. Like, you used to think BLS was, like, ridiculous one of, and now look at it. It's at 3 and, like... nobody cares that much. Yeah, sure, it's in like BA and Fun of Dragons and that, but it's not like, oh my god, you should ban him. It's like, and then like Azathoth, is that an issue? It's pretty gay that a card like this is basically just like, yeah, you can't activate hand traps and shit like that. That card probably shouldn't exist. But like, just to get to the point, like, the problem is just Firewall, straight up. This card is one of the most like ignorant, obnoxious, irritating cards I've ever seen in Yu-Gi-Oh! And I've been playing from the start. Why this card hasn't been banned? We all know why. Just because it's like the anime face of like the pros ace monster or whatever the fuck it is. But like, that aside, it just has to go. It's just ridiculous. It's ruining like people's enjoyment of this game. Like, people can argue, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Events have only gotten bigger. That's only because we love the game, not because we love the state of the game. We just love playing. but random stupid shit like the Danger FTK keeps on happening, which leaves a bad taste in people's mouths. And you can point the finger at one thing, and that's Firewall Dragon. Every single bullshit thing is centered around that stupid card. And honestly, I just want it to go. I don't know, like, maybe like we can make a stand as players to either just refuse to play it just to make this game enjoyable for everyone else, or everyone just play something stupid in the hope, and some stupid firewall bollocks in the hope that they see that like it's ruining the game that we all love. But it's just a shame that it just doesn't look like they care. But hopefully it'll be addressed come November after YCS Pasadena. But if it's not, all it's gonna happen, it's just gonna put the blame on everything around it. So that specific Danger FTK is gonna get weakened. But new sets are gonna keep coming out every time, and there's just something else that's just gonna come out. That Firewall is just gonna make ridiculously unfair again. Like, for example, Spiral and Goki and stuff like that. There's going to be a new Spiral, there's going to be a new Goki, and there's going to be a new Danger FTK. Just as long as Firewall stays in this meta. And it's just not... I personally just want it to go. But what do you think? What do you think's the problem in the Danger FTK? What do you think they should do with Firewall? I don't think that they're going to ban it. I think it's here to stay. It's very upsetting. But what do you think the alternative is? Yeah, of course I sound a bit upset, because why wouldn't I be, you know? Like, I'm just slowly watching this game like turn into mush, and it just sucks. Hopefully I'll be a bit more cheery in the next video. Woo! But I think this was just an issue that like we need to talk about and take seriously. And hopefully other YouTubers will like get on it and like take it more seriously and just like talk about the problem that is Firewall Dragon. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks a lot, guys. See you later. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Be sure to check out more of my content that's hovering around me. Ooh. And also, do you like pretty cards like these? We'll get them even cheaper at Jacob's eBay store with promotion coupon, you guessed it, MAXC5. Follow the URL link below in the description, which will take you to his eBay shop, and the offer will already be applied. So just spend over £5 and you'll be given 5% off your next order. So be sure to click the URL and have a check of your store and see if there's any shiny cardboard that you want to purchase for yourself. And for now, here's a picture of my cat sleeping.